Hello everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Well, yesterday eBay released its fall 2020 seller update, and for the reselling community, eBay seller updates are usually viewed with wailing and gnashing of teeth, and rightly so, because there have in the past been several changes that have not proven beneficial from our point of view. But for the most part, the changes that have been met with the most dread have turned out to be not nearly as bad as feared, and sometimes much better than expected. I tend to look at these updates a little more objectively than some, and I found myself on the Facebook groups giving a more reasonable viewpoint when the panic post begins. So I also spend a lot of time in reselling YouTube chats learning from other sellers, and I thought that I could give back by giving a review of the update. I hope that my calm and reasonable approach might be helpful. So let's get started. And let's just take a look at the update. Go here. And here's the overview. Basically 4 categories: listing and promoting, shipping, fees and financials, and running your business. Listing and promoting, new categories. That's nothing new. New categories happen all the time. Click on this link. You're going to find a link to a file that will show you the changes, and then a link to another file that will just show you the new structure as it will exist, I believe October 1st. So the only real thing of interest is that your listings will be automatically moved to these new categories, as well as eBay can possibly do those matchups. You might find that you have some things that are that have not been able to be migrated to a new category, and then you'll be notified of that, and you may have to do some juggling with that. Next thing is new item specifics. The item specifics have been talked about ad infinitum, and there's a lot of upsetment over it. I've been upset over it myself. I list in clothing. Oh my gosh, the clothing item specifics are just nuts. And it makes the listing kind of onerous. But I think there are some things here that are really going to be helpful. And I've kind of even experienced, I think they've been kind of rolling these out over the past 3 months, because I've experienced a few different things in the listing flow. And basically, in the listing flow, you're going to see required, and you're going to see required soon. So just pay attention to those. They're going to be recategorized, restructured, so that you're going to see the required, and then you're going to see the more highly recommended. They're going to be ranked so that as you go down, try to fill in as many of the item specifics at the top, and you're not going to have to worry so much about the ones at the bottom. There's a little lightning bolt feature. As you add specifics, it's going to fill in that until, huzzah, you get to that lightning bolt. I've never gotten to the lightning bolt. I've just never been able to fill in all those categories. Try to get as close as you can. So basically, that's what all this is about. You've got your required soon feature will be available to nudge you towards those things that you're going to have to fill in. They're going to be ranked and categorized so that you can see the more important specifics at the top. Another thing that will be available in the listings hub, I think this will be interesting to explore, is that you'll be able to download an Express file of things that are missing those requirements. And it might be easier for you to pull up that spreadsheet, fill it all in, and then shoot it to them. I don't know. It depends on what you're selling, whether that will be helpful or not. But basically, item specifics in bulk, those changes will be able to be made. And there are just going to be some filters and things that will be helpful. So I don't think that's going to be as bad as feared. Item specifics, yeah, it's a real, I find it a real pain. I think this will take a little bit of the pain out. Seller Hub, new Seller Hub performance tabs. Basically, this looks like a lot of new listings reports, way to filter your reports, way to break down your sales. And it looks like if you use promoted listings, you'll be able to do some checking of those things right from the Seller Hub. So that's pretty cool. New Terapeak research features in Seller Hub. This is all good from my point of view. I've even seen a little bit of it. I've seen this little thing right in the listing flow. Now, instead of saying, here's what I've got, let me go to the Terapeak, let me type in my item, let me see, blah, blah, blah. You do it right from the listing flow. You type in your title. By the time you get down to the pricing, you will see this. That tells you the average sold price, the sold price range, how many are with free shipping, how many are not. And what I think is going to be pretty helpful, this right here. What are the keywords people searched for? That's of sold items, keywords of sold items that people searched for. Yeah, don't mind me if I blah, 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 fumble over my words. I apologize. Hopefully I will get better at this if I even choose to do it again. Okay, and yeah, at the time of listing, you'll just be able to see all of this kind of information right in the listing flow. That's going to be helpful. Next, automatically set up and send offers to buyers. I do not know about you. I'm loving offers to buyers. I would say probably 50% of my sales now come from offers to buyers. I send them out regularly. And right now, it is offers to buyers are available when a buyer watches an item or when they put the item in a cart and it sits in their cart for a few days. I have seen in some of the eBay for Business videos that there are other ways in which offers to buyers are going to be made eligible to you. For instance, if somebody just goes into your item and looks at it and stays on the item for a long time, lingers over your item. So there's going to be a lot more ways for you to reach out to those potential buyers. I think that's all good. I'm pretty excited for it. Yeah, I get excited over these things. I need a life. And promoted listings campaign enhancements, just all the things about promoted listings. They're going to do some recommendations. They're going to simplify the ad rate process. And there's going to be a new promoted listings dashboard. It looks like there's a little video here that you can also watch that will kind of explain that all to you. Metrics and data and campaigns, oh my, all that. What I found the most interesting about this little thing is this. New promoted listings restrictions for below standard sellers. If you are a below standard seller, you will not be able to use promoted listings. I think it's a good thing. I think that top rated sellers and above standard sellers are sellers who work hard to get that distinction. I know that there have been cases where people have fallen below standard for maybe not great reasons. I think that eBay does give you time to correct those situations. Overall, I think it's a great thing that we're not going to be competing with, you know what, dang it. I just realized my name. Apologize for that. My name has been wrong all this time. I go online on Wednesday nights with my chorus, Jersey Sound, and I sometimes do some things for them. That's why sometimes I have the name of Jersey Sound. I am not Jersey Sound. I am Maggie Doodle. Okay, back to it. I just am happy that we're not going to be competing, honestly, with a lot of other sellers. That just takes some sellers out of that promoted listings pool. I think it's a good thing. There you go. Shipping, it looks like there are some lower UPS rates. I know a few people who have seen this in their when they're shipping and have found it to be a good thing. So that's great. New eBay money back guarantee threshold for signature confirmation. It looks like now signature confirmation will be required on order totals of $750. Apparently in the past, it has been on singular items worth $750 or more. So in this way, it looks like that now applies to total orders if you send a bunch of things in one order that is $750 or more. not, never, never sold anything worth 750 or more, so I can't really speak really to that. Fees and financials. Let's scroll back up here. Managed payments. I like it. There's a few little things I'm not crazy about. Overall, I'm very happy with managed payments. There's a lot of different opinions on it. Bottom line, here it is. It's here to stay. Learn to love it. You'll be happier. But there's just a bunch of changes here. I'm not even sure if there are a bunch of changes here. I'm kind of doing this as you are doing it. Blah, blah, blah. One, this was kind of hinted at earlier, and there was a lot of the aforementioned wailing and gnashing of teeth over this. Auto accept, auto refunds. This is nothing new. This is not eBay forcing you to take refunds. It is not. It is simply, if you don't accept if you do accept refunds, this automates and streamlines the process. You can still choose not to accept refunds. None of that has changed. Do a little reading up on it. In most cases, we will automatically accept returns and provide a return shipping label. This is a streamlined process. And then you still will have, it's just a better flow of the process. And let's take a look at this. Yeah, take a look at that. It's not as bad as you think. Final value fee reductions for watch sales. Todd, the silver hair stacker, will be happy about this. Yeah, it just looks like some fee changes there. Yeah, for watches, just interesting. And final, sellers who have registered for managed payments but have not yet been activated will get a rate discount of 30% for final value fees when they sell an item over to, this is all still related to watches. All related. If you're a watch seller, you might want to go ahead and take a deeper look at that. And I think, as I hear other YouTubers say, I will put a link in the below. Yeah, so I will give that a try. Can't guarantee that that will happen on this first video. Finally, running your business. Hide or keep your listings visible to buyers when you're away. There's a new time away feature. So time away replaces the vacation settings. You will be able to, right now, you can hide your listing from search so the buyers can no longer find and purchase them, or you can keep your listing visible so the buyers can continue to purchase. I've always been nervous about doing that because I'm fearful if a buyer doesn't read correctly and they buy it and then realize, oh, she's on vacation and it doesn't get shipped, I could open myself up to negative feedback. But with time away, you can hide and resurface your listings in almost real time. So you'll be able to do that on the fly. You'll also be able to schedule it and plan well in advance. Then your estimated delivery dates and will be adjusted for active listings. So your time away will take into account the fact that you're not coming back until such a date and will automatically adjust the delivery expectations for the buyers. I think that's huge. I think that's great. And even better, negative feedback related to shipments will automatically be removed when time away is turned on, provided you post any items by the estimated item delivery date. So that's a good thing too. That takes away a fear of mine. So for me, this is a great update. I will be able to leave my listings active and get sales while I'm away. That's the one thing I love about Amazon FBA, that I can leave my listings up and that business goes on while I'm away. So now eBay will be also too. It looks like multi-user account access, two-factor authentication requirement will happen. That can only be a good thing, I think, when you're opening yourself up for somebody else getting into your account. It looks like buyers, there will no longer show a buyer email address. They'll use one of those gobbledygook email addresses that I think Amazon already uses. And of course, they recommend communicating only through eBay messages. That protects you. That's a good thing. And new authenticity guarantee protects you when you sell a high value watch. Watches must be a big thing on eBay, that they're putting all this effort into one specific item category. When you sell a watch for $2,000 or more in the US with verified returns, you'll get an authenticity guarantee badge. And then if a buyer initiates a return, they'll be required to send it to an authentication partner who will confirm that it's in the same condition before it's returned to you. So this really speaks to that fear of a buyer getting a watch and then returning a different watch to you. This really speaks to that issue, which I know is a big issue and hopefully that will be kind of extended out to other high value categories. Maybe this is like a test pilot. I don't know. I did want to go back to one thing in the listing and promoting your items. One thing that a lot of people noted on the promotions was that it said something about, and it's gone from here. There was something that said removing the credits, and people were in a panic. Are they removing those promoted listing credits that you get along with your store subscription? Or I think it's for top rated sellers. It looks like it's disappeared from here. I did see an official response on an official eBay thing that no, it did not mean that those credits are not going away. Now, was that a slip? Was that a little peek at the fact that they may be considering taking them away? I don't know. But for now, your credits that you get for your promoted listings are still there. I think it's 30 days. Is it $30 per quarter or something you get that covers those promoted listing fees? Well, and finally, not to make this go on forever, this is the timeline. Monthly zero insertion fee listings for most sellers, that those big fees that you got, they're going to continue. All of this other stuff, it looks like it's going to happen in September. The offers to buyers, the ad rate changes, the promoted listing changes, the new time away tool, that will all happen in September. In October is when these the money back guarantee, secret confirmation, and the multi-account access will happen. All of this available right on the fall seller update. And I will, as I said, try to do a link when I set up this for actual posting to YouTube. So let me stop the share to just say, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. As I said before, I'm in the YouTube chats all the time. I learned so much from all these other resellers, and I often feel like I take and don't give. So hopefully this would be a way for someone who doesn't like to dig through and read to kind of pop it on and listen while you work and provide some information that could be helpful to you. So thanks so much. See you all on the YouTubes.